Hi, I'm Meg Moranis here for Q&A Mondays. I've got 3 questions. One is, what do you do when all your friends are going on diet programs like Weight Watchers and want you to join them? 2, how do you handle it when you know that building your healthy thin mentality is the right thing, but you end up going back on a diet? How do you deal with that? And another method or another way to think about how to stop eating before you are past satiety. Just another little helpful article somebody posted, so I'm going to talk about that. So let's start with friends going on Weight Watchers or paleo or doing intermittent fasting or whatever the thing is of the day. How do you avoid getting sucked into that trap? And also, how do you respond to them when you don't want to feel preachy or you don't want to get in a big argument or big intense discussion about it? Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that last part is really important. You don't want to get into a big, hot and heavy discussion about it, especially if you're new at this. Because when you're new at building your healthy thin mentality to replace that diet mentality, you're just tender in this because you've been taught for so long all the opposite things are supposed to work for you. But you're here. If you're even watching this channel, or if you've seen our group on Facebook, or you're part of our group, or whatever it is, then there's something inside of you going, wait a minute, yeah, maybe I should listen to this. And yes, you should, because diets make you a dieter. They don't make you thin. They make you a dieter. And I'm pretty sure, as I love to say, that that's not what your plan was when you went on your first diet. Your plan, oh, I'm going to go on a diet, I'm going to lose this weight, and then I'm going to keep it off by, eating normally and not, going crazy. And then I'll be able to, just stay where I am and live the rest of my life. That doesn't happen, because when you put your body on a diet, it backfires. You don't just get to your goal weight and then eat normally. When you get to your goal weight and eat normally, you gain weight. And that is the bizarre, horrible truth about diets that no one wants to talk about. But look around, look in your own life, the evidence is everywhere you look. So when your friends are trying to, get camaraderie to go on a diet together, yeah, understandable, because it's a freaking miserable thing to do, right? But you have a choice. If you're really strong with your healthy thin mentality, you can offer some, I've just noticed that diets just don't work because I lose weight, but I always gain it back. I mean, you could say some things like that to maybe introduce the concept to your friends, family, whatever. But if you are yourself new, just say, yeah, I'm just not going to do that, or just make up some reason that you're not going to engage in it. And people who are in this mindset of, I'm going to go on a diet and I'm going to lose weight, I'm getting married, or I've got a high school reunion, or whatever the heck is, I've been there, so I'm not trying to demean people in that state. I've 100% been there. But you get really close-minded when you're there, because you see that goal and you go, I can do it. I'm just going to shut out everything else, including all the food I love, and I'm just going to go for this. And the result is you may get to your goal, maybe, but you gain the weight back. So obviously that's no good. But what I'm trying to say is that when you're talking with people who are like this about dieting is very difficult. So I always say, just, let them do their thing. Be nice. We're all just trying to do the best we can. Be nice. And if they ever say, hey, how come you never diet and you look really good? Then you can talk about a healthy thin mentality. But so just keep it light, keep it easy and simple. And the best thing to help your friends or family or anyone you care about build a healthy thin mentality is you doing it yourself. And that relaxed, wonderful relationship that you have around food in your happy, healthy, stable weight range that you love, that's the best way we can make this as an alternative to dieting a known thing, okay? Second, suppose you come to dietsorfattening.com or wherever, intuitive eating. It's hard for me to endorse other people's programs because I want to make sure I know every nook and cranny of it. And I'm sure there's many great messages out there. So anyway, you know what I mean. I'm just saying, if you've decided that, yeah, diets don't work and I'm going to do mindful eating, intuitive eating, healthy thin mentality eating, and let's say you just get desperate one day and you go, I just really need to lose this fast, and you go on a diet. That happens, guys. And I'm always going to be straight with you and never, ever say things that aren't true. So yes, that happens for some of us. And it's okay, because what will happen, and I see this in our group all the time, what happens is people come back and they go, I have to say I went on a diet again and it was so miserable, and I'm back here because it made me even more sure of how ridiculous diets are. So, but if that happens to you, remember that thinking that that is a big failure is in itself a diet mentality way to look at things. You are not on or off your healthy thin mentality. It's not like that. Like with a diet, you're on your diet or off. It's not like that. You are going through a journey back to normal. And that journey, you're not off of it, you're not on it. You're just going. And there's going to be side trips that you don't really wish you had to take, like, oh God, I dieted for 3 days. It was so awful. And I feel like my journey is a little bit straighter now. That's fine. The key is, remember, the all or none thinking, the good and bad food, is that diet mentality that gets us messed up to begin with. So just keep saying to yourself, I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. No one wants a perfect friend, right? Blah. You want people who are working through stuff and doing the best they can. Those are the people we want to be around anyway. So don't try to be perfect. Don't even try. It's no fun. Be you. And when you're having a little struggle with your healthy thin mentality, just keep going, of course I am. Because this is totally new to me. This is something that is ingrained in me. I know it. But it's been trained out of me, and I haven't eaten like this in so many years or decades like it was for me. Give yourself a break. Just keep connecting to the wisdom of the message of diets are fattening and the beauty of building a healthy thin mentality where you eat for the reason Mother Nature intended, because you're hungry. Newsflash. And newsflash again, you eat less with a healthy thin mentality. I sometimes make sure I need to say that, because how do you lose weight then? Well, because you're eating less. Why are you eating less? Because you're only eating when you're hungry. And generally, most of us get heavy or put on some weight by eating when we're not hungry. And most of that is post-dieting, for a lot of us anyway. My message here and my focus is on people who have been dieters and who've gotten weight off, but it's come roaring back on, because dieting does that to you. It's not because you're not amazingly disciplined. I worked at Nutrisystem. I saw this firsthand. Amazing people doing exactly what we said. Disciplined, fabulous, smart, strong, gaining weight back. It wasn't them. It was because they were doing something that didn't work, sadly. So leading into our third point for today, which is a great post in our private group. And again, if you're not a member of our private group, it's really great. There's like over 500 people, so it's not tiny, but it's a nice way just to see other people's reactions to things, and people find great posts that I don't see and put them on. I love it. I'm so happy about it. So please join us. All you have to do is go to Facebook, search dietsarefattening.com and send a request, and you're in. So I just like to keep it the private part instead of the regular Facebook page, because then I think people share more easily, because you don't want all your stuff all over the internet. This is private. It doesn't go out to your regular news feed, as you probably know. All right. So the 80% thought, which was a post someone posted saying a Japanese cultural thing, and I hope I'm explaining this right, but is that not everywhere in Japan, obviously, but there is a method of eating which says you just eat until you're 80% full. Now, I thought a lot about talking about this because I don't like putting numbers and such food rules on people. But in the beginning, if you're used to eating past satiety, which of course you are, you have to, I think, sometimes have some little nomenclatures to keep in your head so you can have some help, like, okay, should I stop eating now? And I like to call it neutral. For me, that's what I've called it. Just neutral. I'm not hungry and I'm not full. I just feel like nothing. There's just absence of hunger. That's neutral. But I also know that that kind of phraseology doesn't work for everybody. Some people hear me say that and I don't think they eat enough. And I don't want to use the word full, because to me, full is a bad feeling. And getting to full means eating past satiety to me. So I'm just offering this as a great response to the person who posted this. Thank you so much. That perhaps for some of you guys, thinking about 80% might be helpful. So, we all have different ways we learn and we think. So it's just important. If that helps you, I think it's a legitimate way to think about things. So your stomach isn't full. You got you're well past 50%, right? You're well past, where you have plenty of room left. You're just up there into where hunger is certainly not calling you anymore. You're at 80%. Okay? See if that helps you if you're having some, learning in the beginning about how do you know when to stop eating. And as I say that, let's really reflect on how silly it is. We have to do this because it's been trained out of us. But this was inside of us all when we were little, and it got trained out of us by, it could have been our parents, it could have been the media, it could have been the magazines you looked at when you were 15 years old. I think that was a big thing for me, just seeing, oh my God, there's all these skinny girls and this is what they're eating. And so that's the first time I went on a diet. I was like 14. And of course I wasn't heavy, I was very small. But anyway, that's how it builds. And you lose and you gain more back, and you lose and you gain more back. And then you set yourself up to be a prisoner of this for the rest of your life. You can get out of it. If I get out of it, you can get out of it. So I hope this is helpful. Please come back and like, share, subscribe. All that stuff helps get the message out. So please leave your comments. Come join our private group. Go on dietsforfattening.com. Tons of blogs, and our workbook and book, of course, are there. So have a great few days, and I will be back soon. Thank you.